Hello, hello, hello. My name is Waldo the Water Drop. I'm just your average everyday water droplet. But my story is not so average or everyday. I've been around the world, in the sky, on land, and in the oceans and lakes of Earth. First things first, where do you think I come from? Think about it. Did I just drop out of the sky, dive off of a cliff in a waterfall, or flow from the hose to fill your swimming pool? None of the above. I've been around for years and years. As you may have heard your grandparents say, I'm as old as dirt. Why don't you just sit back and relax while I tell you the story of the water cycle? Take a look at this cycle. Do you see a beginning? Of course not. There is no beginning. It's a cycle. So in this cycle, I go around and around and around, depending on Mother Nature. So let's get started. It was about 10 years ago when this happened to me. You would have been just a baby. Early one morning, and I mean early, I was hanging out with millions and millions of my friends and family members in Table Rock Lake in Missouri. We were just hanging out, dancing around in the water, when good old Mr. Sunshine decided to come out. Now, for most of you, the sun means you get to get in the water. For water droplets like me, sun means it's time to get out, and not by choice. As the sun beat down on me, I had no choice but to evaporate. Evaporation is just one very important part of the water cycle. When I evaporate, the sun warms me up and turns me from liquid to gas, so I can rise slowly into the sky. So, up, up, and away we go. The craziest part of evaporation is that once I'm in the air, you can't see me. I am now water vapor instead of a water droplet. It's kind of like when your mom or dad boils water for mac and cheese and the steam comes off the water, except I'm on my way to the clouds. Speaking of clouds, here I am. I've made it to the clouds where I'm going to condense or stick to my friends and family. The great news about this part is that I get to see friends and family that I may not have seen in days, weeks, or even years. Condensing or condensation is the second very important part of the water cycle. Kind of like when I was in the lake, I just got to chill with my friends until Mother Nature decides it's time to make my way back to Earth. You would recognize this stage of the water cycle because this is when I am part of a cloud. Come to find out, it was my third cousin's husband's birthday party and I made it just in time for the dancing. Dancing is like one of my favorite things to do in the whole wide world. And I do in fact travel the whole wide world. Everywhere I go, there's dancing. It might be different kinds of dancing, but there's always dancing. But all good things must come to an end. And when Mother Nature says the party is over, the party is over. And in comes Mother Nature to crash the party with her gigantic lightning bolts and loud crashing thunder. We all scattered for our lives as the bolt of lightning sliced our cloud right in half. And away I go. As I'm falling, I may bump into some of my long-lost friends, maybe land on a bird, or I may make it all the way back to Earth. When I get to Earth, I'm probably not going to be in Table Rock Lake because the wind has pushed my cloud away from where I started. Perhaps I'll end up in the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean. Who knows? I am now called precipitation, which is the third and final very important part of the water cycle. During precipitation, we all break apart and go our separate ways, back to Earth. Precipitation can be snow, rain, sleet, or hail. Back on land in Memphis, Tennessee, I watch as the cars in the bustling streets cruise past me as I lay on the sidewalk. I don't worry about my friends getting run over in the street because, unlike many things, it doesn't hurt a water droplet to get run over. Well, now you've seen me go through the whole water cycle. I started in a lake, evaporated into the sky, condensed in the clouds, and precipitated back to Earth. And the best part is, the next time Mr. Sunshine comes out to play, I get to do it all over again. Thank you so much for listening to my story. Since I'm constantly moving through my water cycle, I rarely have time to tell the stories of my journeys. And I have been on so many journeys in my life, I never seem to have enough time to tell about all of them. So, the next time you are camping at the lake, swimming in a pool, or just watching it rain, ask yourself, I wonder where those water droplets have been.